Hey Dream Chasers, this is Amy J, and thank you guys so much for tuning in to Vlogmas Day 26. Woo! I hope you guys had a wonderful holidays yesterday. Merry Christmas to those of you who celebrate. Here we are, another day, another step closer to a new year. And it's crazy to me because it took me 26 days to figure out how to mute my mic during the countdown timer. I'm still learning, and it's amazing. It's so much fun, and I'm having a blast with it. But we got to talk about something, because the only way I was able to do this Vlogmas 2020 challenge is because I worked with intentionality. And intentionality is something that's going to help you in 2021 chase your dreams, reach your goals, and be more productive and more efficient. And so I want to talk about that today. If you didn't know, one of my, let me change that. One of my themes, I do a theme every year to get me through the year. You know, themes from the past have included make moves, live without regret, take chances, change your perspective, chase your dreams, right? These are different themes that I've had. And with those themes, I always have a visual representation. My boys over at the Logo Designs and Web Gritty put that together every year for me, and they've been doing it, I want to say since 2014 or 15, something like that. So they've done a lot of logos for me, and it's not anything for business. This is a personal thing that I do. And so this year's theme is I am enough, because I needed the reminder that I am enough to myself, because I've had doubts about that every now and then. And so I created a logo that said I am enough, and it reminded me that there are people who are enough and who struggle. And so I'm going to share with you. So this is my theme for this year. This is what let me fix that. Yeah, there we go. This is my theme for this year, 2020. And it's a reminder to me, I am enough just the way I am, without any changes, without who I am, just the way I am is enough for this world and who the world needs, right? And I've talked about that before. And so this is my theme. My people came up with it. We go back and forth. And it was important to me to remind myself and to others, even though I don't share it too often, is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your race is, your sexual orientation, your gender, your age, your hobbies, whatever. You are enough, right? You aren't defined by any one thing. You are a summation of a number of different things. And that is what is enough for this world. Well, so that is the theme for 2020. It's been a great theme. I've loved it. I've owned it. I've embraced it, if you will. And so coming up with a logo for 2021 was just as important for me. And so I think, in the second half, in the last quarter of the year, things have really been coming together in my mind for what I want to do in 2021. And this whole Vlogmas thing has been a part of that. And so without further ado, I'm going to officially unveil my logo, because I haven't shared it anywhere else. They may know the topic, but I haven't shared the logo. The logo is this: be intentional. It's one of the simplest logos I've had of all the logos my boys have created, but it's so powerful. Be intentional. 2021 is all about me being intentional. And that's not just about overall 2021. Every day, I need to be intentional with what I want to do. I need to be intentional about what I want from the day. Because if I'm not intentional, then the problem is that the day is going to get away from me. If I don't put a purpose and a plan down for the day, distractions will eat at my day. I will be pulled in directions I don't want to be pulled in. And that is, my friends, that is how people don't reach their dreams. They let distractions take them away. They let distractions pull them. And sometimes you don't even know it, right? You have a to-do list. It's like 100 miles long. And you start working on things, but you're not working with intention. And then because of that, you're working on the wrong things in the wrong order. That's what happens. And the next thing you know, you're in December And you're like, what happened to my goals? I didn't make any of them. Because you didn't work with intention. And I'm not saying this in a negative way to anybody. This is also me. This is what has happened to me over the years. And it is a realization I've come up with and come to is that I need to work with intention. I need to be intentional. And that's what I'm going to do in 2021. I hope you'll join me. So part of being intentional in 2021 is coming up with goals that are smart. And this is something that's been around for a while. I didn't make this up. SMART, let me see if I can pull this up. So SMART, if this works, let me test. Yes, SMART. SMART, that's what we're talking about. So SMART means specific. Your goals should be specific. What is it that you are looking for? Don't just say, I want to lose weight, because that's a common one people have. Say, I want to lose 20 pounds. That's specific, right? M means measurable. Measurable. So is there a measure to that goal? So in this goal, aim of losing weight or losing 20 pounds, you can measure the 20 pounds, right? Get on a scale, and therefore you can find out how much you've lost, right? So that's measurable. Achievable. Is it possible to do what you're asking to do, right? So if you have a goal of something wild and crazy, nowadays it's hard to figure out what's not impossible, because there's so many things that are possible just in different ways that you may not have imagined. But if you're like, I want to graduate from law school by the end of this year. Well, that's not achievable unless you're already in law school, right? So that's kind of where that achievable is. So don't come up with something that's like not possible. That's not a good goal. Now, if your goal is, I want to apply to law school before the end of the year, that's possible. It's measurable too, right? Because you can check on whether you've applied or not. R is relevant. Relevant. Is it connected to you? Is it connected to your values? Is it connected to what you want? Is it even relatable, right? Coming up with goals. You say you want to go to law school. That's a goal for you. Is that in alignment with what you want to do? Don't just put a goal of going to law school if you have no intention of practicing law or using the things that you would learn in law school. That 6-figure debt isn't worth it, right? So is it relevant to you and your purpose or your intention? You can come up with 100 goals, but there's no point to it. What are the top 10? Maybe 12. I'd rather you didn't do 12. Less is better, so that you can focus on it and set yourself up for success, right? That's what we want to look at. So T, is it time? I think it's time-based. So if we come up with this, right, I don't want you to say that I'm going to come up with a goal in 2021. Give me dates. Give me a time period, right? I want to apply to law school before March. Okay. Not all your goals should not have the same end date. Everything can't end in December. You won't get it done that way. You have to be intentional about what you want. So come up with your goals, right? So goal 1 might be lose weight. Goal 2 might be, sorry. Again, still figuring this out. Let me see, there we go. 1, lose weight by summer. 2, this isn't any kind of hint that I'm going to law school. I already been to law school. So don't read anything into these goals. Apply law school by March. right? So that's the kind of thing we want you to do, is when you come up with goals, be intentional about when and where you want to do it. What is it you are trying to get done? Because if you aren't intentional about it, you may not get it done. And if you're not planning specifically, right? There are 12 months in the year. Don't try to do everything by December. Get some done in the first quarter. Get some done in the second quarter. Get some done in the third quarter, and get some done in the fourth quarter. But don't get it all done in 1 quarter or 2 quarters. Spread it out, right? And be smart about what you can do. Really think about when you expect to finish something or even make progress on something. That is also a success, okay? So as you're coming up with these goals, as you're looking into being intentional, I want you to be intentional about all the areas of your life, all the parts that play a role in your day-to-day life, your family, your relationships, your financial situation, your spiritual situation, right? These are all areas that I want you to look at. Your occupation, your hobbies, right? Look at all of that as you're coming up with goals, because they all are a part of you. And so it's important, as you're looking into being intentional in 2021, that you come up with goals that spread the span of your life, that kind of cover all the sectors, if you will. And Michael Hyatt has a book, The Best Year Ever, which I recommend that you read. I'll put a link in the show notes. That is fantastic in helping you kind of put this together. So check that out. Your homework, if you choose to accept it, is to work on what 2021 is going to look for you. What do you want it to be? Write down your goals and get intentional. Because here's the thing. Once we do this, I need you to take the second step of putting these goals down, writing it, being visual, putting it on your dry erase board or somewhere that you can check every day. And the things you do each day, you need to be intentional about. Being intentional isn't just about the year. It's not just about the quarter. It's not just about the month. It's not just about the week. It's about being intentional every day. And one of the things I'm going to do in 2021 is actually document that process, I think, in some way. I haven't figured out how exactly, but I hope you'll join me for the ride of being intentional next year. So leave a note in the comments if you want to help and be accountability buddies in this journey of intentionality and conquering 2021. Because that's what this whole 31 days is getting us ready for 2021. And being intentional is going to help you do that. All right. So remember, guys, until next time, which is tomorrow, when we talk about accountability partners or you going in on your own solo, remember, don't stop. Keep chasing.